The news this hour, I am Nifemi Oguntoye. We have reports that the presidency has officially received the 2017 budget. Senior Special Assistant to the President on Senate Matters, Ita Inag, submitted the document to Acting President Professor Osinbajo at the Aso Rock. The budget is coming days after its passage by the National Assembly, and Senator Inag, who delivered the 2017 budget to Acting President, said the document, which was transmitted to the acting president behind closed doors, would get speedy assent.
The budget, as passed by the National Assembly, has been transmitted to the acting president, and I have just delivered it. And please let me use this opportunity to clarify a question that was raised erroneously. The position is that the acting president has the power of the president to assent to bills, and he will assent to this bill when the processes are completed.
President Buhari had in December last year presented the document to a joint session of the National Assembly before its passage. The budget estimate, which was in the range of 7.28 trillion naira, was shot up to 7.44 trillion naira by the legislature. There were controversies on whether or not the acting president would assent the document, but his receiving it today seems to have arrested the matter. Dr. Nero Ikumola, the permanent secretary of the Ondo State Hospital Management Board, who was kidnapped along his driver on Sunday evening, has now regained his freedom, according to family sources. The medical doctor was abducted by unknown assailants while driving along the Lokoja-Abuja Expressway for a meeting in Abuja. It's not known how much the kidnappers were paid in ransom to get Dr. Ikumola released. Now, the suspended vice chancellor of the Federal University of Technology, Akure Futa, Professor B. Daramola, has been reinstated. The VC, who is currently facing corruption charges at the State High Court in Akure, the Ondo State capital, was suspended by the Minister of Education, Alhaji Adamu, last Thursday. The reinstatement of the VC is suspected to be a provision of soft landing for the professor, who is expected to proceed on retirement on the 23rd of this month. And now to Bayelsa State, where Governor Seriake Dixon has called for collaboration between the National Assembly and the Niger Delta stakeholders in actualizing the federal government directives for international oil companies to relocate to the region. He made the remarks at the Government House in Yenigua while receiving the chairman and members of the House of Representatives Committee on Nigeria Content Development Monitoring Board. Speaking at the conference room of the Government House, Governor Dixon calls for greater ties with the National Assembly.
I want to also use this opportunity to call for greater collaboration and support for the Niger Delta in general and for this state in particular.
On the need for a peaceful coexistence, the Bayelsa State Governor said the peaceful Niger Delta is what the country needs, as the Chairman House of Representatives Committee on Local Content promised to adhere to best practices.
Those who are against that are actually not just, I won't say they don't mean well for the Niger Delta, no. Because a peaceful and stable and prosperous Niger Delta is good for Nigeria as a whole. So for the sake of Nigeria, if not for the Niger Delta, we should support these policies.
60 have been deported ever since I became chairman of local content. The law is very clear. The law is not ambiguous. The law has spelled out a process in which you can bring in an expert into the country.
Present at the occasion were the Secretary to the State Government, State House of Assembly members, and members of the State Executive Council. And that wraps it on the news of this hour. Do join us again at 6:30 for a more comprehensive bulletin. Galaxy Party Time continues now. Stay tuned.